The film starts by showing a desert. Many people came here illegally to catch some rare spiders. These desert spiders are not found everywhere. It was illegal to catch or rear them, and they were going to make a lot of money by selling them illegally. They wandered in the desert for a long time. Finally, a man from this group discovers the home of these spiders under a rock. He had called his friends and told them about the spiders. Everyone gets excited and comes while running. They spray a special kind of spray inside the spider's home, located in this sinkhole made of bricks. After a while, those black spiders started coming out of their holes. One of the spiders attacks a friend of their group. As the spider bit him, he started suffering badly. The group members keep collecting spiders here instead of saving their friend. After that, they killed their friend who were suffering and left. The scene cuts and we are shown a boy named Kaleb and friends. Kaleb was in a market at this time, where people used to sell their stolen goods. We can surmise that he is also a thief. Here, he asks the dealer to buy some expensive jewelry in return for selling his stolen goods. After buying the jewelry, Kaleb sees that spider in the same shop, whom the people caught in the desert in the last scene. Kaleb, who had a lot of interest in catching insects. As he sees this spider, he understands that it is rare, which is why he had also bought this spider. After buying all this, Kaleb had now come to his building. His flat was in terrible condition, which his sister was repairing. We learn that some time ago, Kaleb's mother passed away. After that, he and his sister lived here alone. Kaleb comes down to the store after keeping his stuff in his room where he had kept a lot of shoes. He was checking the shoes here. Meanwhile, his friend steals a cycle. Kaleb himself was a thief, but he was very angry at his friend's theft, because he had decided that he would not do anything wrong from now on. They will leave all the theft and do their own business and earn money with honesty. He still had a lot of orders for shoes. He was collecting his orders, but then he sees that a customer's shoe box is broken. He could not deliver the order in the broken shoe box. That's why he goes to get a new shoe box from home. As he comes home, he sees that the electricity in his room is off, and seeing it, he goes crazy. Switching off the lights in the room was a big mistake, because there were a lot of insects that could die in low temperatures without light. Kaleb says to his sister, "Why do you do all this? What was the need to switch off the lights in my room?" In reply, she says, "Do you know how much electricity bills are coming? All the lights are on in your room. Who saw the bills? Where did the money come from? Have you thought of anything? Anyway, these insects are not going to give us anything." In reply, he says to his sister, "I have thought about it. I have started my shoe business. Money will come from there and we will manage everything." But his sister did not trust his words. Kaleb now turns on the lights in his room and checks all his insects. He tries to adjust his new spider here, but there was no special place for it here. That's why Kaleb had put that spider in the broken shoebox in his hand. After doing all this, he goes to his mom's friend's party. After his mom's death, he considered her his mom. This lady also loved Kaleb a lot, and the earrings Kaleb bought today were also for her. She says to Kaleb, "You are getting better. It's a good thing. If your mom was alive today, she would be very happy." Anyway, they now have fun, dance, and Kaleb comes home at night. Now as he opens the shoebox to see the spider was not in it. He thought that the spider must have run away, and thinking this, he was sad, because he had bought a spider for a lot of money, and the biggest thing is that it was very rare. Anyway, now he picks up the shoes kept in this box and packs in a new box. Then he comes down to the building to deliver an order to his customer. This order was given to him by a man living in his building. The owner of this building sees Kaleb while giving these shoes to the customer. He always doubted Kaleb as if he was doing illegal work. That's why he spent most of his time keeping an eye on Kaleb. The boy comes home with a pair of shoes, and as he wears them to try, he finds something strange in the shoes. There was a very big spider in it. Thank God the spider didn't bite him. Actually, Kaleb had put the spider in the shoebox, but the spider had gone into the shoes. The shoes Kaleb put in the other box and has given it to them. As the man takes off the shoes, a lot of spiders come out of it. That means the spider had left its children in the shoes. All these spiders bite this man. His body becomes numb. He couldn't do anything to save himself, and he died in a while. Kaleb was very upset at home. Kaleb's sister and friends who were setting up the house ask him about his problems. Kaleb clearly tells them that he had brought a poisonous spider here, which has accidentally gone missing, and if that spider bites anyone, the person can die. They were just talking. That's when they noticed that the man to whom Kaleb had sent the shoes, his dog is barking loudly outside his apartment. They go to his house and knock on the door repeatedly, but there is no response. That man wasn't responding. The people around him gather up in a loud noise, but that man doesn't open the door. They had called the police here. As the police opened the door and went inside, they found the dead body of that man. The dead body of that man was lying in front of them. Seeing this, everyone was scared. The owner of this building, who had seen Kaleb giving shoes to this man, in anger, he tells the police that Kaleb must have given him a chemical thing, because of which he died due to an overdose, but that was not the case. The police tell them that his death was due to the bite of a poisonous spider. A curfew is imposed on this entire building within 5 minutes 10 minutes, meaning that the police have sealed this entire building. Now no one has the right to come inside this building or to go outside. Knowing this, everyone was angry because a lot of people didn't even live here. The scene cuts and we see a cleaning lady in this building. When she was cleaning the attic, she suddenly sees a lot of spiders and spider webs. She takes out a spray from her coat and starts killing all these spiders. But as she saw it, a huge spider had attacked her face. After the attack, what happened to that lady was not shown. When Kaleb's sister was in the washroom, a lot of spiders come out of the ventilation. Seeing the spider, she gets so scared that she screams loudly. Her friends come here to help her. They had taken her out of the washroom. The boy wanted to catch this huge spider, but when he didn't succeed, he kills the spider. When they opened the ventilation pipe, there were a lot of spiders which started spreading as soon as they saw it. Before it would spread from the washroom to the entire apartment, they seal the washroom. Kaleb was shocked and tells them that these spiders are from the desert. It was difficult for them to give birth or to stay alive in a low temperature, but I don't know how it gave birth to so many kids. Now they decide that if they stay here, they will die. They have to somehow get out of this building, but Kaleb was not ready to leave. He says this is dangerous. We should stay here and warn the people here about this danger so that they can also save their lives. But they don't listen to Kaleb, and more than half of the people try to get out of the building. But there was a curfew on the building. Kaleb and his friend who had decided to stay in this building visit the entire building and check. The shocking fact is that they discover the spiders have spread extensively throughout the entire building. They killed a lot of people who lived in this building. Both of them get scared and return to their apartment. Here they see that their group had also returned because they did not find any way to get out of the building. They were in this apartment. That's when the owner of this building comes here, because he felt that Kaleb was behind all this. They open the door and that man attacks Kaleb and his friend with an iron rod. He wanted to prove to the police that Kaleb was behind all this. That's why he was going to search their house. Meanwhile, he opens the washroom along with Kaleb's room, which has a lot of spiders. Seeing the spiders emerging, they quickly escape from the apartment and lock it behind them, because it was no longer safe. The boy who was in the apartment, the spiders had now killed him too, and seeing his death, all of them were scared. Here Kaleb remembers that there is a way out of this building on the parking lot. But when they go towards the parking lot, there were also webs of a lot of huge spiders. If they had to go out of this place, they had to keep the light on. But the parking lot's light had sensors. Whoever passed through there, the light would only stay on for a minute. They try to move forward without making any noise by turning on the light. But in all this, Kaleb's sister is left behind. Before the spiders could bite her, she managed to light a lighter, allowing her to move forward. When they reach the door of this building, they find out that the door is sealed. They knock a lot, but the police don't open the door for them. After a while, the police release a poisonous gas intended to kill all living things in the building. Whether they are humans, spiders, or any living thing, kill all of them. Seeing this, Kaleb goes with his 2 companions and hides in a room, because his 4th companion was also killed here. They spend a lot of time here, and then this door is opened by the police. The police felt that no living thing would be left here, but as they come in and see Kaleb and his companions, they are arrested. The police would have killed them quickly. Here the police also catch another person from the building who was also infected. Kaleb starts fighting with the police here. They are trying to kill us instead of saving us. What kind of justice is this? On it, the police inspector tells everyone that these spiders are very poisonous. The humans they have bitten have also become infected, and if this infection comes out of here, the whole country will be in danger, and we can't let this happen. Now in a while, Kaleb's sister and his friend are also killed. But then the man who was injured here tells everyone that many spiders are still alive in his last room. He tells them that you are not infected. You can save your life and go out of here, and so the world will not be in danger. He was ready to help them here because he was going to die. Here he deceives the police and opens the door, in which there were a lot of spiders. Their size was as big as a dog's size. As they come out, the police and soldiers start shooting them. Someone was spraying poison on them. Someone was killing them. When the police were busy killing them, Kaleb, his sister, and his friend succeeded in getting out of here. There were many vans outside, and they sit on one of them. Although a spider comes in front of their van, but they crush it and move on. After that, the scene cuts, and we are shown what happens a while later. We know that Kaleb, His sister and his friend succeeded in getting out of there, but now the government was destroying the building where they spent their childhood. We see that Kaleb still has a spider, which he had hidden from everyone and kept very carefully. The story concludes while showing this.